They called him the White Death. In the frozen wastelands of Finland, his name became a whispered nightmare to invading soldiers. He was not a giant of a man. In fact, he stood just 5'3", but behind his rifle he was death itself. On the icy battlefields of the Winter War, one man would etch his name into history as the deadliest sniper the world has ever seen. And he would do it without the aid of a scope. It was the winter of 1939. The Soviet Union had unleashed a massive invasion against Finland, expecting a swift and easy victory. Waves of Red Army troops, tanks, and artillery poured across the border. They faced a nation vastly outnumbered and outgunned. But the Finns had something the Soviets did not: an intimate knowledge of their own land, an unbreakable spirit. And men like Simo Häyhä. Simo was no ordinary soldier. Before the war, he was a quiet farmer and hunter, skilled with a rifle from years of tracking game in the wilderness. When war came, he took up arms for his country. Dressed in pure white camouflage, he would vanish into the snow like a ghost. The Soviets never saw him until it was too late, and often they never saw him at all. Armed with an iron-sighted Finnish M2830 rifle, Simo rejected the use of a scope. He believed it forced a sniper to raise his head higher, making him an easier target, and in the brutal cold, the scope could fog up. With nothing but his keen eyes, he hunted his enemies one by one. Every shot counted. Every shot found its mark. The Winter War was unlike any conflict the Soviets had imagined. Temperatures plunged as low as -40°C, snowstorms raged. In these conditions, Simo became a master of patience and concealment. He would arrive at a firing position before dawn, pack snow in front of his rifle to hide muzzle flash, and keep snow in his mouth so his breath wouldn't give away his position. Hours would pass in silence, then a single crack of his rifle and another Soviet soldier would fall. Day after day, his tally climbed. Reports claim that in just under 100 days of combat, Simo Häyhä recorded over 500 confirmed kills, and some estimates go even higher when including unconfirmed kills with a submachine gun. To the Soviets it was terrifying. They sent counter-snipers and artillery barrages just to eliminate him. None succeeded. His legend grew. The Red Army nicknamed him Belaya Smrt, the White Death. Stories spread among Soviet ranks about a ghost in the snow who could strike from anywhere. Fear began to gnaw at the invaders. Soldiers would hesitate to move in open ground, knowing a single unseen shot could end them. But even the White Death was not invincible. On March 6, 1940, just days before the Winter War's end, Simo was struck in the face by an explosive bullet. The impact tore away part of his jaw and left him in a coma. Most thought he would not survive. But he awoke a week later on the very day peace was signed. Simo's war was over, but his mark on history was permanent. He recovered from his wounds, though his face bore the scars for life. Quietly he returned to farming, refusing fame or fortune. When asked how he became such a skilled sniper, his answer was simple: practice. He lived a humble life until his death in 2002. At the age of 96, Simo Häyhä's story is not just one of numbers or battlefield skill. It's about a man defending his home against impossible odds. In the snow-covered forests of Finland, he proved that courage, patience, and determination can make one person a force of nature. History remembers him as the White Death, but for the people of Finland, he was simply Simo, the man who stood alone in the snow and never backed down.